Hello, crafty friends, and welcome. Today I have another sketch for Follow Sketch February, and today's sketch is by Vicky Chrisman. And let's see, I'm also playing with Mad About mini paper pads, and this is a continuation of the card creations before I left for vacation. And there you can see that I am using the greens. Well, I don't know if you want to call them greens. I don't know what color that is, to be honest with you. Greenish yellow, ochre. Yeah. So here I am playing around with the design, and basically I just took the bottom half of that sketch and used that as my card design. So I guess you could call the rub-ons and the border or the branding strip that I put across the top, it could technically, I guess, represent the top photo. And so anyway, I used a little bit more of that Grove rub-on collection. I actually received that in one of the 49 to Market mystery boxes, and that was absolutely not my favorite color at all. But I kept them thinking I will try and use them in some way, shape, or form. And I've actually I used one whole sheet on a layout, and I am starting to work on a second sheet, and I've used some of a third sheet. So I am getting some money's worth out of that. So here is one of the frames from the laser cut from that same paper pad and collection by Katie Petit with Art and Creative Studio. So I am taking the scrap from a previous card. I'm going to back my frame here, and then I was originally going to leave it just with the pre-printed flower that was on there, but again I was looking for a way to use more of the rub-ons, and so I do eventually come in and add a floral rub-on as well to add a little more texture within that box. So you can see on the side of her sketch that there are these tags sticking out, and so I thought this was a great way to use these tabs sticking out of this frame. So part of that die cut there with the label, there you can see I did cut off the top part of it. I bent the middle of my butterfly so it'll have a little dimension. And here's where I come in with that rub-on here that I'm going to add within that frame. It does go outside of the frame, and that was fine. I just went ahead and made sure I put a little extra pressure on those little sections to make sure that with the uneven surfaces that everything did adhere down, and it did just perfectly fine. So get that little piece down, and I guess I go ahead and put the butterfly on. So there I am. I just use like the middle of my tweezers to hold it down and just make sure I have a good connection there with the paper. And so here I'm looking at a few more of the Grove rub-ons to see if there was anything on there that I could use, and I think I'm looking for something for words inside those tabs. So again, I am making another sympathy card, and let's see, this one, if I can find it. Oh my goodness, where'd it go? I think it says peace, prayers, and blessings, and then I do use a few of the rub-ons, or maybe just one, and get that on there. I did, for this one, I did use my regular stamping Misty to get the sentiment on there. Since I didn't have any dimensional adhesive, I thought I could go ahead and do that. So here again, I'm using that same Heidi Swapp Color Shine. It's in Chartreuse. And while it looks darker when the sprinkles are wet, that when I go in and just dab it with my paper towel, that it does have the same olivey orangey color on it. So here you can see my solution for just getting something within those tabs, and it's really just the scribbly what's supposed to be, I guess, abstract, script words on this particular rub-on sheet, and just take a small little piece from 3 different lines and add it within each tab. And it does add a little extra texture. And then I pulled out some puffy dots there to add on there as well. So check out the playlist below of everybody playing along with both of the hops. And thank you for stopping by. We will see you next time.